The list of things I wish I knew sooner could fill a bathtub. But the thing that I really wish I had known sooner with regard to manifestation was this: believing that just because a choice existed meant I had a choice to make. If I'm someone who drinks black coffee and I see a menu full of drink options at Starbucks, there's no choice for me there. I order my black coffee and I walk out the door. If you are somebody who wears a seatbelt, every time you get into the car, there's no choice to be made. You put on your seatbelt. Those people who will never change their reality are the people who treat every this or that moment as a moment to decide who they should be. And in this video, we are going to discuss how to make your desired identity clear, so clear, that every daily decision and choice point stops becoming a trial, a test of willpower. Because the choices become very easy. They disappear when you are steady in the process of holding and embodying the energy that matches your desired reality. Hi, my name is Allison, and I help people go from imagining their desires to becoming the type of person who can receive them. Okay, I'm going to start with an analogy to help you feel what I'm talking about and get you into that vibration of being able to shift your identity. So, there are two types of people who have houseplants: those who are a plant parent and those who typically their houseplants end up in the trash bin. Now, let's say a person who is like a typical plant killer sees a plant and gets excited. They're like, you know what? This plant is awesome. It's so unique. I'm going to take it home. I'm going to take care of it this time. And they're super excited and in love with the idea of having a plant. But after a little time, it ends up becoming just another object in their house. And that's because there is a big difference in energy between saying we really love something, we really like it, we're excited. Excited, interested energy is very different from the energy of being clearly, intentionally committed to it. To the plant killer, watering the plant is a choice to be made every time they go to water it. Caring for it is this extra thing, another choice they have to decide whether or not they are going to do it. Whereas someone like me, I am a plant person. Now, I may not jump up every time I need to water my plants. I might not be excited every day to care for them, but it is a foregone conclusion that I will. I may think I should really water my plants today and then instead go lay down and take a nap. But I will do it. It will get done because it is a commitment of energy, behavior, identity, desire that I have committed to incorporating in my reality. There is an energetic bond. It's a relationship. The person who forgets about the plant wasn't necessarily interested or desiring the long-term committed relationship. They just thought it was cute, which sounds a lot like dating, right? And a lot of the times, people who are afraid of commitment, one of the reasons can be when you choose to be one way, all the options that are incongruent with that get cut off. So the person who is in a fully committed relationship doesn't get to flirt with other people. The person who only drinks black coffee doesn't get to experience the sugar blast from a frappuccino. If you eat keto, you don't get to eat bread. Sad. All of that is to say that sometimes when people have not fully fleshed out their desire that they say they want, it can feel like there is a choice to be made each time an option is presented to them. So how do we fix this for the thing that we do know that we want? So here is what I wish I knew sooner. Carrying the burden of having to make a decision at every option, at every choice point, is resistance in disguise. And when you understand what that means, it changes everything. Let's say someone is manifesting a lean, healthy, fit body, and every time they go to eat something, They go back and forth over what it is they're going to eat. Or afterwards, they feel disappointed and terrible thinking they made the wrong decision. And I know that we think it's because all of that was about the food, but it's not about the food. It's that those food decisions really are a reminder point that that person is still deciding who they are being. Change will not stick for the person who has to rediscover who they are being every time there's an option. It's like that old morality question. If we asked our friend Bob, hey Bob, if no one would ever know and you would totally get away with it, would you go into a store and rob a TV right now? And Bob, being the honest person that he is, would say no. Because Bob is a man of integrity, there is no option there. There are married people who could probably get away with cheating, but they don't even think to do it. Because just because there is an option doesn't mean a choice needs to be made. And if a struggling manifestor continues to treat every this or that moment as a choice point, that only means one thing, that they have failed to make the biggest choice of them all. They have not made the energetic decision to commit to being the identity for what they say they want to experience. Now, I don't want anyone to walk away from this video thinking that this is all about good choice versus bad choice. We need to bring it back to the real, deeper meaning. That action only matters because of the identity it's being chosen from. So if we return to somebody who is manifesting being fit and healthy and lean, and on today's lunch menu is pizza or salad, it doesn't mean pizza's the bad option, salad's the good option, because this is not about action in isolation. It's about the energy behind the action. So a fit, healthy person can choose to eat the pizza because it sounds good. And they can have pizza for lunch from a place of freedom, enjoyment, self-trust. Whereas someone stuck in an old identity of being a failed dieter might choose to eat the salad from an energetic place of force, frustration, punishment. Maybe they're thinking, you ate pizza all weekend, you have to have a salad today. So the point is, there is no winning options except for the ones that align us with the energy we're trying to embody. The point is that when someone has not fully committed to who they are being, they start relying on the action to tell them who they are. So how do we make this easier? How do we naturally flow into the actions and behaviors and decisions that align us with our desired reality? We get ourselves a vehicle. Help yourself out. Make it easier. Get a vehicle and ride that to your manifestation. The point of a vehicle is to help you maintain the consistent vibration, identity that aligns you with your desired reality. For example, when I was pregnant, I gained 50 pounds. And before that, I was not a fit person. I did not work out. I didn't even want to go for a casual walk. Okay, there was no athleticism in me. But after gaining that weight, well, I wanted to lose it. And more importantly, I had a desire to become someone fit and healthy and 50 pounds lighter. So I joined a weight loss group. There was an app, a daily check-in, an expectation that I would post a photo after my daily workouts and meals. That was the vehicle. It helped hold me accountable to the energy and identity I desired. So every time I had a choice to work out or not, I had a choice to eat healthy or not, I didn't have to recommit to that decision from scratch. The daily check-in helped hold me. The vehicle helped me maintain the energy of that identity. And I lost all of the weight. And then I have maintained a steady workout regime 11 years later. I don't use that app anymore. Unnecessary. The vehicle did not create my manifestation. The vehicle helped me maintain the identity long enough for me to receive the manifestation. And that is very important to hear. Because for every one person like me who joined that app and lost the weight, there's probably 10 people who joined that app and didn't and quit. And the same can be said for any diet, for any routine, for any procedure, anything. It is never about the vehicle that creates the manifestation. The vehicle only works when people use it to promote the identity, the energy they've already committed to holding. The vehicle does not create that identity or commitment for them. The problem is, most people commit to a routine or a method or a practice and hope that it will turn them into holding that identity. And we know it doesn't work like that. So the question is never, what is the perfect method, the perfect practice, the perfect routine to get me to my manifestation? The better question is, what vehicle can help me right now maintain the relationship with the desire? What vehicle can help me bolster and strengthen the energy of the identity I've already chosen to be? So, yes, I wish I had known sooner that choice points were a kind of bottleneck to allowing the chosen energy I was carrying to flow freely. But also, I wish I had realized earlier that the part of the energy I had to conjure up on my own, bring to the table, was my willingness to commit to it, was my own starting decision to cut off all the other options that were incongruent, that felt incongruent to the energy I was growing and committing to. And there is something right now today that you have access to, that you energetically can reach for, that will help you where you are right now in your journey to bolster that relationship. But the willingness to allow the practice to work for you has to be there first. The vehicle can be anything. It can be a practice every morning, standing in front of your mirror, talking to yourself. It could be leaving yourself a voice memo every day. You can start a chat thread with ChatGPT and have that be your daily check-in. But the willingness to commit to some consistent expression of this identity, that has to come first. And I would challenge you, get outside. Not nature, but outside your own head. Is there a club, a friend, an app, a park, some way you can practice out there beyond the confines of your own mental energy to introduce new, fresh energy? Because oftentimes the greatest part about a vehicle is that it interrupts our normal ingrained patterns. And that is extremely valuable and helpful so that you're not having to create all the newness on your own. You're not having to create new identity from the same old environment, because the desire does not need to just be imagined. It needs to be lived from. And for more help on that, I have more videos. And I hope that this one was helpful to you. And I would love to hear any comments you may have. And I look forward to bringing you more videos. Thank you.